fucking go.
Yo, JD here, and we are here for round 10 of the Inside Line Racing League season, and we're at my favourite track this time. This is Silverstone, Bryn, UK, if you didn't know. And what we really got to work on, which we've had multiple times, the last 3 races in particular. I think we've had a podium in the last 3 races we've had, but we started a little bit down, further down from Surprise and Simon. And as I always say, I thought my race pace is definitely a match for them, for sure, and I think I've proved that. I just need to be near them on the grid. So we did a lot of preparation for qualifying this time, and I was feeling really, really good. Have a decent banker really over 25.8, which is currently puts us in P4, and this is my fastest lap of the session, which the lap after this as well was almost an exact match for this. So qualifying was really on point. And notice I'm using overtake for the entire lap here. The battery is absolutely huge for this track, which is almost kind of unexpected because you're on full throttle so much, and it's actually a pretty long track as well. But we can use overtake the whole time around here, and actually find overtake gives you better traction. Actually produces less wheel spin than hot lap, and it's quicker in a straight line as well. So I used it for the whole lap when I was doing it in practice, and my best was a 0.5, I think, 0.5 to 0.6. But this lap here felt very, very nice. As you can see, completely clean, not going off the track or anything at all. And we're going to come across the line now, and let's see what the time is. It's a 25.7, which currently puts us in P3. And you can see on our next lap, we were actually going quicker as well because the soft tyres are quite durable, going up to temperature, and you can definitely do 2-lap runs in this. And the race strategy is quite comfortable for one stop as well. It's just going to be the soft to the medium tyre. You don't really want to be using the hard tyre around here because it's so slow. So we do another 25.7 as well, and that is enough for hopefully a top 3 spot on the grid. But we've got Surprise now.
Yes. Great job, JD. Let's fucking go. We're in the hunt.
He's about to complete his lap now, so we're just watching very anxiously.
Who's on that? That's the version.
As he's coming across the line now, and he does a 25.7. He does an exact same time as us, and we've actually out-qualified him and started P3 on this grid.
Whew.
And as Martin is showing there, I feel the same. It is finally just such a relief to actually get a good qualifying position, and now we are in the hunt to potentially try and win this Grand Prix, because I've had 4 second places now, I think 3 second places, and I just want to win. And this is a track I absolutely love, and this is one of my best chances of the season to win. I think there's plenty more tracks to go, and I'm improving myself all the time as well.
Cautious.
But I was really, really hungry to do this, and having a good starting position here, I thought I had a really, really strong chance of just doing it here. Yeah, so we've got 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights now, trying to get a good start here. Lights going out now. Initial getaway is good, not much wheel spin. We just get dropped on the start, and Surprise has already come past me, and that is not what I wanted. I just don't know how to get a good start in this game. On PC, I always got a good start, but on Xbox, I just don't know what it is. I've used lean, I've used high, I've used low, I've used every setting possible, every rev range. I just never get a good start. But we've only dropped 1 position now. But luckily we are very close to the leader, so it shouldn't really be too much of an issue, because as I said, I feel the pace in the race it's just getting stronger every week, to be honest. I'm just feeling more and more confident, and I'm just feeling I'm actually stepping up a new level at the moment. So we're very, very close to them. And in this race as well, there's a lot of commentary from my teammate Tyrell Martin, so there'll be quite a few segments in this where I won't be talking, and I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy the radio here. But at the moment, we're just keeping the leaders. We see we put 4.2 laps of fuel, and a lot of people think I'm crazy for doing that, but for me, it doesn't really affect the car at all. When I put 1 lap of fuel, I'm doing the same times. Where I do 4 or 5 laps of fuel, I'm doing the same amount of times. The engine doesn't seem to get warm really at all, running rich quite a lot. It really doesn't. So I'm actually trying to save my fuel in ERS as much as possible to use it in the latter half of the races. Simon and Snazzy, even who I forgot to mention, Simon obviously an excellent pole position with Snazzy.
You see that
P2, and there's major lag And Simon, I think, has got some damage, and I don't know what's happening there. The lag, you can see he's come back on the track. It's crazy. Simon actually lets us pass because he's actually got damage now. And we'll be able to see an onboard of him, which he kindly sent to me. So you can see going into the Lush King, it gets a massive thump from behind from Snazzy Evening. And I can confirm this is just all lag at the moment. You can see red bar, he's actually got damage now, and that is his race completely over orange wing as well. And he respectfully actually decides to lift and let me past here, as we'll now go here from Martin of his little commentary run on that incident that just happened.
Simon, no, I'm in Simon's 6th from last year. What's the you in P3? Yeah, no idea what's going on. Absolutely no idea. It's a vibe. Yeah. Right. Survival at this point. Yeah, that's disgusting. You've got to back off by about half a second.
Brilliant. Nice move.
Yeah. Oh no. Get squeezed. What is going on? Alright. No.
DRS.
Just head down.
DRS
So.
is now available.
Oh my god. But he's back now. Oh, this is fucking stupid. Like, if I'm going to do 12 laps just get taken out by a lagging car, I'm going to be pissed. It's a joke. Yeah, like I said, don't worry about me. I'm not going to tell you. Yeah.
And now, coming back to this now, Surprise has got into the lead. Snazzy Evening is lagging quite a bit at this point.
Calm down a bit.
I'm not really... I can stay comfortably with them, so I'm just trying not to get too close because I just don't want to get any damage. You can see most of them going in the lead or standing through the corners. I'm just not really focused on getting too close because I just don't want to get any damage and just try and save all my fuel and ERS for the next part of the race. But we're coming to the end of lap 7 now, and Surprise has actually gone into the pit, so that is pretty early, in fact. When I was planning to pit on lap 8, I know you can definitely get to the end of lap 7, but the overcut, the mediums take quite a long time to warm up, so if we actually pitted this lap, probably get an overcut on him. But Martin, as you can hear there, is actually elected to pit this lap. I've decided to let him do that because Snazzy Evening's coming in, and also Reynolds behind, who's quite close. What happened to me at Austria, I think it was Austria or France, in fact. There's a really big chance that I'm going to get held. And I think that's exactly what actually happens to Martin. He actually gets held by 2 seconds. That's why I decided to continue from that. You can see by the delta, we're only 1/10 down on our fastest lap as well. So you can see these tyres, they'd go on for quite a while. So that's why I decided to go. And I'm going to have 2 lap fresher tyres. And then Veloce Surprise as well. So trying to hit this braking point. Just leave a little bit of room on the table because you just don't want to get a drive-through penalty here. And yeah, again, now coming out here, depending on what the gap's going to be, all I wanted this race is just to win. There's no other option to win this race. So I was just absolutely going to go gun it for the rest of this. I can push completely flat out now because the tyres will be comfortably good until the end of this race. And now we're going to anxiously wait again just to see what this gap is going to be, or if there is going to be any gap at all. Because as I said, the mediums do take quite a long time, but Surprise, you can see he's done a 29.4 now, and you can see the gap is not massive. It's not a huge gap. With 16 laps to go, I thought it was absolutely doable. I was going to try and do everything I can just to try and close them and prove again that we have the pace, especially in the race, over these guys. And if we can be consistent, start to eat into the lead, put him under a little bit of pressure, just demonstrate that we have got it, and we just need to just consistently do it again in qualifying now for the next remaining races to make it a bit easier. But now I thought this is perfectly doable. You can see the gap is 3.9 seconds. We've got Snazzy Even right behind us. It seems his lag has actually calmed down a little bit now. And I can confirm he's actually from Austria, so I don't know if that is the reason for it, but I think he's just having issues with his connection. As he's saying to me, Snazzy Even's actually got a penalty behind me now, which is comforting for me again. But I want to know what Surprise actually gets.
I'll check in that stage of the race. I don't know his time penalties.
So yeah, he's going to check for Surprise for me at the moment, because we have actually got no warnings this race at all. And it's quite easy to get an extension around here. So I was just constantly asking Martin if Surprise has actually got any penalties.
Check the penalties for Surprise down the back straight. No ones. No, none.
And he's just confirming there, Surprise has got no warnings at all. Exactly the same as me. We actually managed to start to break away from Snazzy behind. And now I've just got to go beast mode and just absolutely go for it, because we've got no warnings either from us.
Terminator mode, let's fucking go.
As Martin says, as we're going to halfway through this medium stint, the gap is 3.5 seconds, and now we're starting to close in on now.
Let's fucking go, come on.
I was just waiting for that radio from Martin. But again, yeah, Surprise has still got no warnings, and we're just pushing absolutely flat out now. And this is definitely the best I've driven all season. I mean, it's gone lap 25 now. The gap is 2.5 seconds. And now coming on to the last lap, we have started to close in just very slowly. His tyres should be going off now. And as I always say, I normally show the fastest lap I've done this race. And this is the fastest lap. My fastest lap was on the last lap of this race. And it was I'd say a pretty good, impressive time, considering we're on 16 lap old medium tyres, to show quite how durable these tyres are. But we're just going to give it everything now and just do anything we can in case his tyres dramatically drop. You can see we gained 2 tenths in that first sector, going green on our best lap. We've dropped Snazzy Even. We managed to just pull away, get out of his DRS. Once we got out of his DRS, we managed to pull away from him. You can see snapping the car there, just giving it just absolute maximum effort and just trying so hard to maybe pressure him into a mistake. Maybe if his tyres go off, if he did accumulate some warnings, we just got to give everything on the table. And this race, I drove really well. Did a really good qualifying, but just to start, I don't know what it is. I just get dropped at the start, and I've just tried everything to get good starts. As I said, on PC and different platforms, I never really have an issue. In esports, I never had an issue with starts. But for Xbox, I just don't know what it is. But you can see we're visibly closing in on Surprise now. The gap is definitely under 2 seconds. Coming through this last chicane again, giving it everything, going back into rich mix, expending the fuel as much as possible. He goes across the line. We do a 28.8 last lap, and we come home in P2 this race.
Come on! I think I did it. The podium. Yeah! Let's fucking go. It's good for the constructors. Engineer comes in clutch. I love that. Fair play, mate. Your pace was incredible. Part of the race, just yeah, you threw the kitchen sink it in. Not to be given 28 last lap as well. It's a valiant effort. It's a shame, but I think you'd be proud of that, to be fair.
And yeah, that race, as I said, I felt I drove incredibly well. Definitely the best I've done all season. And we got the gap from 4.3 seconds to 1.7 in the end, so almost 3 seconds.
Simon presumably got damaged, so he's going to be.
I couldn't have done anything more. I maybe could have pitted the same lap as Surprise. That's maybe the one thing I could have done, maybe. But if I pitted a lap later, I think I would have been a risk.
You're not every
held very badly in the pits. So it was either his lap or did what I did. So I wasn't really unhappy with the strategy I did.
Yeah, I love that.
Because I didn't lose too much time
in
the pits. As I would have probably lost loads more time before.
Okay, now.
But we did a good qualifying, and the positive things that we got the pace again in the race, and showing that we can take it to these guys absolutely no problem. We just got to qualify near them every time. and I believe he can do it. So GG to Surprise, robot-esque performance from him. And my teammate Tyrrell Martin for finally getting a good result, a deserved result that he needs, what he needed this league. He's got so much talent, and he's relatively new to the wheel, like myself as well. And I'm just so pleased with him. And we're closing in on the constructors, and you'll be able to see the league standings. We're still 4th in the championship, but closing in on that 2nd place. So considering we missed quite a few races and didn't get the points in a couple, I think, as well. We've been very consistently on the podium this season, and I'm really searching for that first win, and I'm super determined to make that happen. So thank you so much for the support on my videos. Hopefully you enjoyed this race, and we're on to Hockenheim for the next round next Monday. Peace.
Yeah, 5 lanes.